back or to this week's weekly vlog. If it's your first time stopping by, you're very welcome. My name is indeed Dawn and I'm a British expat living in the Netherlands. And if you're an OG, a returning viewer, welcome back guys. I hope everybody is well. I hope you've all had a good week. I am starting this week's vlog almost when I finished last week's vlog. It's, well, you would have seen on the screen, and did I just mention it's Saturday? It's Saturday afternoon. I've had a fairly busy day. We got up quite early, Lawrence and I. Lawrence is my partner. He's actually South African. He's not Dutch. And we got up and we didn't bother showering anything. We just threw clothes on and we got in the car. And we drove out to an area called Lissa, and that whole area, Lissa, Bennebrook, on the way to Haarlem, that whole area is, the sort of growing area, and there's a lot of tulip fields and flower fields in and out of bloom at the moment. And the famous, the Dutch Kokenhof is also in that area. And we know that some of the flower fields were in bloom. We filmed there, I think maybe two or three vlogs ago from this vlog. The daffodil fields were finally in bloom. And now the hyacinths and a few of the tulip fields are starting to come up. I think another week or two and they should all be out. But the hyacinths are beautiful. They're all pinks and purples and creamy colours. So we thought, well, we'll just get up super early and it's nice and quiet, no tourists about, not much traffic on the road. And hopefully when I finish waffling after this, you'll see some lovely footage, what we took. It's really nice. I think about 9ish we were kind of done and we said, okay, let's head home. The traffic was building up. A lot of people queuing already, cars queuing to go to the Kokenhof. It's very famous, world famous. I saw a McDonald's on the way, so I said, you know what? Why don't we just swing by the drive-through and we'll get an egg and bacon McMuffin and a coffee? So that's what we did. We never do that. It felt so decadent, although you can't call McDonald's decadent, but it's just because we never do it and we've thoroughly enjoyed it. We sat in the car park at the side of a canal and we just watched the world go by. It was lovely. Anyway, we got back. It's great weather here today. It's we're expecting a high of between 21 and 25 degrees, which is fantastic. I've been really busy doing the washing, pegging washing out all morning. I'm determined to get everything done. I've even got the upholstery cleaner and had a go at my love seat because it's manky. What else? I think that's kind of everything. Yeah, filming, drive out, laundry, a bit of a general tidy up in the garden, and that's it. So Lawrence has been on the go non-stop. He went to watch William play football. William's our youngest, he's 18. He was playing at home today. He wasn't playing for his team. He's on loan for another team. They were short of guys. So Lawrence went to watch the first half. Then he come back. Then he picked up Claudia. That's Joshua, my eldest son. He's 22. Claudia is his girlfriend. And then Lawrence and Claudia have driven over to, I forget where they're playing, like a 45-minute drive away, to watch Joshua play football. So they won't be back until, I'm thinking 5 or 6 o'clock tonight maybe, which is fine. I've been editing last week's vlog, got that uploaded, that was good. And as I said, just getting the laundry done. I'm going to go and I'm having a late lunch. I'm going to have a bite to eat and sit in the garden and just relax. And then this evening we're having a barbecue, a braai, a South African braai. You'd think we'd be out on the boat because if you watched last week's vlog, you know, finally our little motorboat has gone in the water. It came out of winter storage, but Lawrence really wanted to watch both the boys and it's fine. So I said, well, you know, hopefully we're gonna have a good summer and we've got plenty of days ahead. I don't know if we'll sail tomorrow because Lawrence plays field hockey and I think his game is slap bang in the middle of the day. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, the week has begun, the vlog has begun. Hopefully it's a good one. And now I'm going to stop waffling, and now I'm going to insert some footage of the Dutch tulip and hyacinth and daffodil fields. I hope you enjoy them. See you in a while. Good afternoon. I think you would have seen on the screen it's Monday. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm trying to think. I think I last had a chat with you on Saturday when we started the vlog. I think so. And then I know by now, if you watched it, if you're interested, that you'd have seen some of the flower fields. And where we filmed, some of where we filmed, that's where we filmed the daffodil field. Daffodil fields? A few vlogs ago. So we're in that area, that whole area, it's called Lissa Hillegom Bennebroek. That's where you'll find a lot of the tulip fields in this part of the Netherlands. And also in that area is the place called the Keukenhof. Now, I forgot to mention, but if you've seen on the tulip video and then this one, I'm not sure if we added the footage in, there was a windmill, and I'm pretty sure that's the windmill that's actually in the Keukenhof. The Keukenhof it's only open during tulip season. Oh, where's my window wipers coming on? That's weird. And you can go and view all the beautiful flower beds, curated tulips, daffodils, all the seasonal spring flowers, and it's just lovely. It's like a park, but I mean you have to pay to go in. I have been once in the entire time I've lived in the Netherlands, and I don't want to repeat it. It's lovely, but it is ram-packed with tourists. They fly from all over the world. I mean, the car parks are like, they have like overspill car parks in like the local farmer field. It's nice. I find it much nicer to drive around and look at the fields, but you know, we live here, we've got a car, so we can do that. But anyway, so yeah, you would have seen, hopefully you've watched some footage where we filmed all the pinks and purples and lilac-y colours. They were all the hyacinths, and the smell was amazing. I'm not particularly fond of hyacinths, the smell, but yeah, out in nature it was actually quite impressive. That was lovely. We've not been out on the boat. Lawrence played hockey and refereed a game yesterday, and it wasn't the best weather. Saturday night we had a barbecue. We had a braai barbecue, and we sat outside in the garden. It was lovely. Saturday evening was so warm, but not stifling hot. You know, it wasn't too warm. It was just pleasant. I think I put like a thin cardigan on in the end. But yeah, I think I brought you up to speed what we're up to. Yesterday I just had a really quiet, you know, chill out day. I've got on top of all my laundry. Not that I'm ever on top of it, because as fast as I finish, you know, the big wash, there's another big wash to be done. But anyway, it's nice. I stripped some of the cushions off the love seat as well. Washed them. I've got some blankets. Washed them. Washed some cushion covers. So it's just nice. Literally, you can turn these things around in a couple of hours. And then this morning, again, not done anything crazy. Cleaned the bathroom, if that's of interest to you. I washed the shower cubicle, the doors, the glass doors, the sink. I'm always washing the loos. Put some laundry away, and yeah, I've sat in the craft room. I've been doing like the diamond dots, diamond paintings. Really enjoyed that. This car's a bit, it's over in my lane. I'm finding it very, very relaxing. And then I had a bite to eat, and then I thought, right, I'm coming out, because maybe when I get home I can show you, or in the week. I'm trying to have a little bit of a tidy up in the back garden with the help of William. And if you've been around a while, you'll remember years ago Lawrence built a lovely planter with like a trellis back on it, and it was to cover our bins, our rubbish bins. Anyway, it broke, it weathered, you know, it was a shame. We were debating whether to build another one, and then I thought, actually, you know what, let's not bother, let's just move the bins, because they were right by where the outdoor sofa is. So we moved the bins to close to the house, and the sofa's at the end of the garden, and so we don't need a screen there now. And I want to move some of my plants. So my olive tree needs repotting, and the way it's growing, it's like seeking out the sunlight, so there's too much shade where it is. I think the fig tree needs replanting and something else. So I saw there's a shop, I'm just heading to it in a little area called Bovenkirk, which is in between Aalsmeer and Amstelveen. There's a shop called the Quantum. Come on, mister. And I was here a few weeks ago. What did I buy? I bought something from here, I forget what it was now. And they had really big plastic plant pots, quite reasonably priced, but it was a while ago, so I'm kind of taking a chance if they still got them. Oh, there's a parking spot right by the front door. I was lucky. And if they have, I'm hoping that they fit in the car, because at least one would be great for the olive tree, but the other one might be good for the fig tree. Can you hear that? It's these electric chairs. I do not like them. Oops. Right, I'm going to stop waffling, and I'll be back in a while. Back now. I'm behind the camera because I'm going to chat with you. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me because the plane's going over. So this is the container that Lawrence built years ago, and I love it, but it's just, yeah, it's enough now. It's got to go. So here's the plane. That grass, it's in a pot, so that needs to go. And oh my gosh, that's loud. There's the fig tree, so that's going to go out of that pot. It's split anyway, it's cracked into this pot, so it's a lot bigger. See a theme, quite like this nice shade of greenish blue. This needs a good clean. This is actually it's a table and an ice bucket. Lawrence's colleagues got him them. I put these little butterfly shelves up years ago. They're all rusty now. I'll leave them up, it's fine. And then we put these little trellis things up. They had all fairy lights on them. They look lovely. Just needs to Lawrence needs to just rehang them because a piece of that one has broke off, but there's nothing wrong with them. I'll probably get new outdoor lights for them. That ladder needs to go. And then this is the olive tree. That's Jack's manky teddy bear. He loves that teddy bear and it lives outside. It's disgusting. So that's the pot that the olive tree's in. See what I mean? The way it's growing, it's like reaching for the sun. So that's the next size up. It's an old shelf. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll probably chuck it. There's the Japanese maple that we planted there as an emergency because we left it too late, and it's thriving. So it actually really likes it there. I might leave it there, and then I might move that grass, leave that one there. I told William to pull that out and it's coming to life. So I think we're just gonna, I think I'll prune all the dead stuff off and leave it. So I might move that grass, leave that one there, leave that one there, and I might put that grass there, and that's the same plant as that one. That's a weed. And they do grow up. They're very slow growers. I forget the name of them now. And then this is the only one of the ground covering plants, forget the name of it now, that survived. The slugs ate the others, so I'm taking it's a good sign. But it's growing again, so let's just see how quick it grows. And then this whole fence was covered in, oh my gosh, everything. Honeysuckle, clematis, the lot. We ripped it all down last year, and then we left this one piece. So we need to tackle that yet. And this poor lavender bush, look at the state of it. It needs all the weed in there. But it's still hanging on. I mean, look at that. So yeah, we'll have to do something about that. And then this whole, excuse the mess, this whole flower bed needs tackling. It's not so much a lot of weeds, but we've got a random oak tree started growing. That sapling, I've been telling Lawrence for the last 2 seasons to get rid of it, and now it's becoming a tree. My poor flamingo, she's under there somewhere. So I think we'll get that out and then clear all this up over the next few days, and then just prune this bush back. And then my beautiful old lavender bush, this is years old, she's seen better days. So it's sort of having a fight with this plant here, which I really like. And yeah, maybe I might just take that lavender bush out. We'll see, and just let this take over, keep the weeds down. Daxter used to sleep in that little hidey hole down there. This is also a tree, a shrub. And now Jack started lying in there. There was a passion fruit that's died off, some weeds. Yeah, so we've got to tackle this part of the flower bed. And then this is, I've just dumped the bins and all the rubbish, all the tools, empty plant pots. This is an ancient bike that was actually €2,000 when I bought it. So I think I'm just going to put that in the garage, and then at some point I'll send it out for a service and get a new seat for it. It's actually a really nice bike. So I've got a new little like a garden cupboard coming, so all of the tools, the brushes, hose and so forth, maybe the plant pots, will go in the little cupboard when that comes in a few days. Litter box doesn't need to be here. We just dump that out there. That needs to go in the garage. Yeah, just tidy up this corner. This slab of concrete here, this was put here deliberately for the shed. But yeah, never made it out here, did it? So for now, I'm just going to tidy up this whole scruffy corner here and just put a little cupboard. And I'm not bothered about hiding these, whatever. I mean, we always sit down here in the summer. I've got Joshua's bag hanging out. He spilt something in it, and we've just got an old picnic bench. I've had a picnic bench for years. We like them. I think this is about the 4th or 5th one. And that's the little corner that we sit at. So it's all right. By Dutch standards, it's quite a decent sized garden, I suppose. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. Good morning. Yes, I'm looking at the clock. It is still morning. I'm just going to put together a bowl of yogurt. This is our favourite in the Netherlands. This one, it's Greek style, and it's the one with it's quite fatty. It's very creamy, but it's good fat. I can never. They've changed the lid. Actually, they've changed the container because they used to be cylindrical. I wonder if I could do anything with these, because we have one of these a week. What could I make with a plastic yogurt container? Any ideas? Anyway, I'm just going to have a couple of spoons. Super quick. It's very late. I mean, it's almost lunchtime. But, sorry, there was a drip hanging over the edge. But I'm really hungry now. I'm very headachy. I went to bed with a headache and I woke up with a headache. And I've taken, I took a paracetamol first thing this morning. I'm putting a little banana in it, and then like I think it was like 2 hours later I took an ibuprofen. So I just can't seem to shake this headache off. Sorry, this tripod, I still can't find my brand new one. I looked in the popped in the Action, which is a bit like B&M bargains in the UK, or Target in America, and they had like huge tripods, you know, like big professional looking ones, and I just need a little one for a mobile phone. So I'm tempted to go on Amazon and just buy another one. At the time, I meant to click by 2, the quantity 2, but stupid me. Anyway, I don't know if I'll buy that same tripod though. It's exactly the same same one that I've got now, and we had again, Lawrence bought them years ago, 2 of them. They've been fantastic. But the new one, which is identical, I don't know the name of the company, it was just one of these random, you know, I think it was like €8 or €9, and it looked identical, but the quality just doesn't feel the same. I'm just having a little drizzle of maple syrup on my yogurt. Anyway, the kettle's just boiled, but I thought I'd pop on super quick. It's going to be a lovely, nice day again here. I don't think we've got any rain forecasted now. Maybe a drizzle at the weekend. Anyway, after I finish waffling, I'm going to insert some footage. Something very exciting happened last night, depending on who you are, but for me it was. We had dinner. Claudia was still here, so it was the 5 of us. I made like a carbonara and a salad on the side, just easy dinner. And Lawrence said he would drop her off at the train station because she was going back home, not to England, to where she studies. So I had a discussion with Lawrence about buying the compost for the repotting of the olive tree, the fig tree and the grass. And he's got a really bad back at the moment. He went to physio and he had dry needling, which was very painful. And he was really in a lot of pain because he said, well, after dinner we can just take a run. I think our garden centre was open till 9, the smaller one. Anyway, so I said, well, just see how you feel. So we sat on the sofa, we're having a flick, you know, through the phone and flicking on the TV. And I thought, oh, I'll just read the local newspaper. And then there was a photo. This is on the online version. There was a photo of some people stood in a tulip field. And I was like, why is my local paper reporting on the tulip fields? They wouldn't normally, like the Kokenhof out in Lis and Hillegom, that's like national news kind of stuff. It's not like our local newspaper. You know, our local newspaper does like, you know, Hans is turning 100 and, you know, Sophie went on a charity run to Bosnia. You know, it's this kind of stuff. It's all about locals. It's a local paper for locals. Anyway, waffle. So I thought, let me have a look. I couldn't quite tell if they were just promoting tulip season. And then I said to Lawrence, and somebody had left a comment, and I said to Lawrence, I'm pretty sure it's the tulip field that is kind of nearish our house. It's like about a 3-mile drive, if that. As the crow flies, it's very close, but you know, you go down these country lanes. And I've mentioned this before, that we have got somewhere nearish by that we took photos there. It was before I had YouTube, I think. I'm sure it was. Or was it? I don't remember. And we've not seen this tulip field there again. It was really strange. It felt like it was a one-off, a random thing. So Lawrence said, and we drove there. We drove past there last year and there was definitely no tulips. So Lawrence said, let's just take a drive. So off we went. Lo and behold, it was that field full of tulips in bloom. It looked incredible. It was beautiful, and it was just, the sun was going down. It was like sunset. It was still very light because, you know, this side of Europe, once spring hits, you know, it doesn't go dark till quite late, if at all, in the summer. Anyway, so what the farmers do, if they don't want you going into the field, they'll put a rope or bollards at the entrance because the tractors have to go in and out. But there was no rope or anything, and we have spoken to the farmer when we went there years ago, and because it was night time and it's not on the tourist route, there was like a couple of locals like us, you know, just having a wander, tiptoe through the tulip fields. We didn't go through the little lanes, the straw lanes in between the rows, but we just walked at the side. So yeah, they were beautiful. The smell was incredible. It was very delicate. It wasn't a windy evening, but it just smelled beautiful. And I'm going to insert some footage after I finish waffling. What the farmer had done, he's got two dikes, which is very normal. These little dikes all over, ditches, you know, little canals, sloten, you know. Sloten, that's a lock. Well, yeah. Anyway, and then he had two huge pumps pumping water from the dikes and acting as, like, what do they call them? Sprinklers. So he was watering the tulips, and I thought that's clever because, I mean, we're surrounded by water here, so it's like free water. Just needs the electricity. He had a generator to pump these things, and then they were kind of. I think he drives them, he tractors them up and down, and then they're sprinkling this way, and then I think they might even go in the middle of the rows, I'm not sure, and then there was one at the very far end of the field. It looked lovely, you know, with the sun setting and everything. So anyway, we got out and we had a little walk, and then across the ditch is the dike, where it's a higher level of water, and then there was sheep on there. They looked like they needed shearing. My eyes were like, ooh, fleece sheep. And yeah, it was lovely. So I think we left about 7:30, and then we got back at 8:30. So all in all, and you know, we'd got out, had a walk, and it was just lovely. It felt, we got home and I was like, oh, Lawrence wasn't, because he dropped Claudia off at the station. He had to go out and drive again. But I just felt really like it was so nice. Anyway, I was trying to work out, it's been kind of like, it's one of those things that, sorry, I'm fiddling with this tripod, I'm so sorry. It's one of those things, every time it's tulip season, I'm like on Groundhog Day. I say the same thing to Lawrence every year. So I've kind of looked it up a little bit, because I said to Lawrence, a lot of these tulips are in full bloom or even at the end of blooming. So I said, how does that work? They must be growing these tulips for the bulbs. And he said, well, must be. And then I was like, but then where are all the tulip fields that because they're farmers, like the commercial growers, they'll chop them while they're still in bud, because they're shipping them all around the world and they'll open quite quickly. So I had a quick look, and then indeed what my assumption was correct. So we'll the ones that we've seen in bloom, either they're for the tourists, but they'll be selling the bulbs, and then what I saw is that they leave the leaves on, so they bloom around any time, depends on the weather, between March and May. That's kind of when we expect them. March would be very, very early, and mid-May, I think they're gone. I think the Kokenhof is closed by the 10th of May, so it's a very short window. And so the ones that we see in bloom, I think that they're the ones that they're either just for the tourists, or they're selling the bulbs, and they do crop rotation as well. So where you would have seen the video of the hyacinths last year or a couple of years ago, that was tulips. So you know, they do rotate the plants. You know, they have to, you know, the soil has to be you know, fed, they need nutrients, whatever. So and then what I did read is that the ones in bloom, they leave the leaves on until around June or something, I read. And then what happens is that the leaves also act as some kind of photosynthesis, which is strengthening and feeding the bulbs as well. And then they'll chop them all off, harvest them, and then they'll be replanted for next year's crop, which will be in the winter before the frost hits. Usually October, November, you need to get your bulbs in the ground, or they'll sell them worldwide. So yeah, I think I've badly explained how the tulip system works in the Netherlands. There's a lot of Dutch people do watch the videos, and they're probably like, oh Dawn, oh dear. I've done my best. I think the kids learn about they learn about it in school, you know, so rightly so. Anyway, so I'm going to stop waffling in a second. Plans for today. I'm very cross. William left his bike at the local sports hall a couple of nights ago, and some little group of thugs thought it was really funny, and they've set his saddle on fire. So the bike's fine, but the saddle's all melted and disintegrated. Fortunately, village life, there's no cameras there, so, and it's not insured. It's an old bike, it's fine, but yeah, I mean, he said it just needs a new seat. Well, I'll figure it out. Actually, I think on Friday I could pop to the market. There's a bike stall there. That was a bit annoying. So we have to figure out getting William's bike back at some point, because he went there this morning to pick it up. Anyway, then William and I are going to go to the garden centre by the compost, because as I said, Lawrence's back is bad, and I thought, let me just leave it. William's got a free day and he already agreed to help me. We might do a bit of gardening, and I think that's it. I don't need to do any laundry. I've vacuumed and, you know, cleaned the house. I've cleaned everything. My cleaner's coming tomorrow. It's a nice day, so I might do a little bit of gardening. I'm very headachy and very, very tired. I think I've been kind of doing, even though it seems silly because I'm at home, but I think I'm filling up every hour with some kind of activity, and I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be having like a little bit busy rest, under doctor's advice. So, and I'm not very good at doing that. So that's part of the journey that I'm on at the moment, is trying to sort of identify when I'm tired, and also when I have recouped some energy, you know, ways to hold on to it. And I'm terrible at doing that because I just want to do things. And now the weather's good, I want to do things even more. Right, I am going to stop waffling. I'm going to insert some footage of our local tulip field. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy it. The other thing as well, sorry, I keep saying I'm going to stop waffling, but I just keep thinking of one more thing. Did you see the beginning of the video? I thought there's a lot of, I'm not sure if the craft world does it as much, but I know I watch a lot of vlog channels, because, you know, this is my vlog channel, even though I'm a crafter. A lot of the vlog channels, and the bigger ones, I'm a teeny weeny one, they do like a preview of what's coming up in the vlog. And I actually I like that when I watch these vlogs. You know, a lot of them are weekly, and you know, and I think, oh, coming up, oh, that looks good, you know, I like a little sneak preview. So I thought, well, I'm going to give that a go. So let me know, what did you think of the little sneak preview? Did it add anything extra to your viewing experience, or were you like, don't bother? I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. William thought it was a good idea. He watched it for me and he said, oh, that's really good, Mum. Bless him. I think he says everything I do is really good. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, and let's roll the video of the tulips. See you later. Oh, I think they're a bit wonky. What have I done here? better. Good afternoon. It is just the afternoon. Very irritated with myself because I've had a very quiet morning, and then I went upstairs, thought, right, let me get moving, and I've had a shower, I've washed my hair, I've put makeup on, I'm dressed, got my jeans, even got my shoes on, my sneakers, and then I thought, it's looking a bit overcast outside, let me just check. And what do you know, there's rain due to start any minute now for the whole afternoon. And I thought I wasn't going to wear a jacket today. I've got like a long sleeve t-shirt which is quite thick and a cardigan. And now I'm thinking, do you know what? You don't need to go out. I do. What I had, and I put a reminder in my phone calendar, is to go out. Sorry, I'm just making a sandwich. And buy Josh, Will, and Claudia some little goodies for Easter. I was going to make them, the three of them, like a little Easter basket with some chocolate and, you know, like smellies and face, you know, skincare, that kind of stuff for Easter Sunday. And it's like, you know what, you can do it on tomorrow, you can do it on Friday also. It's not, technically it's not a bank holiday here in the Netherlands. Monday is, but Friday not. A lot of companies even work. I don't think my company closes on a Friday. I don't think it does. Anyway, so I thought, why are you doing stuff that it's like making you feel like so I'm not. Very simple, I'm not. I think I said to you a couple of days ago for me that I've been trying to get over a headache, and today I started with it on Monday and it says it, and I've still got it. It's like they're lingering, you know. It's not as bad as it was, but that's also making me feel like, no, do I want to go out? It might be the weather, you know, because it's dropped a lot. Maybe the air pressure is having an effect on me. I don't know, could it? Anyway, I did a film yesterday. So, you know, if you've been around a while, you'll know that I'm not working at the moment. I'm currently off work. So it's not that I don't have a job. I'm just off work at the moment. And I'm not ready to talk about it. But a lot of you have kind of, you know, from your comments, it's like, okay, you get it. You know that, you know, I've been struggling. And I'm seeing, I see somebody like every 2 or 3 weeks who's helping me, you know, trying to, you know, identify, you know, what's costing me energy, how I can get energy, how I can keep energy, that kind of stuff. So that meeting was yesterday. So I've had 4 now. 2 of them was like an intake and then a planning and an assessment, and then so I've had like the second actual session of, you know, the plan. And I'm finding they're very, very heavy meetings. I'm not saying that they're horrible. Absolutely not. The person I'm speaking to, she's lovely, actually, really nice. But I'm finding they're draining me. I'm finding, as you know, a couple of days before the meeting, I'm you know, it's like on my mind. Oh, here's William. He's just got up. And then the day that I have the meeting, you know, it's you know, it's quite overwhelming, and then it takes me a couple of days to sort of decompress. So that's why I didn't film anything yesterday, and it might even be the headache. I don't know. It's fine, whatever. It's a journey, it's a process, what I'm going through, and I'm totally fine, you know, so don't worry about me. It's just, I'm just not ready to talk about it at the moment, and I will do at some point, but just not now. Anyway, our friend Hans popped over for a coffee yesterday, and we were talking about the tulip fields because he also lives in our village, and I said to him, you're a great person to ask. I've told my viewers what I think happens with the tulip season in the Netherlands, and I was totally right. There is crop rotation, and the flowers, the tulip fields or the flower fields that you see that are fully in bloom, that's because they're cultivating the bulbs. And then he said, for example, with the tulip bulb, they split. So he said they'll leave them, their flowers and the leaves can't rot because that will damage the bulb, but they'll leave them, as I said, to there's like photosynthesis takes place. It strengthens it, you know, provides important nutrients to the bulbs. Then around, you know, the summertime, they'll, you know, they deadhead them all, and then they harvest them. And then he said then the new ones, so if there's one tulip bulb and then it splits, it like forms like little new bulb segments around it. I should have just filmed him thinking about it. I think he would have been fine. So the new ones are what they go to mainly for export, and then the core, like the mommy bulb, is what it goes back in the ground. And I said, is there a reason why, you know, if you see like a row of yellow, there'll be one red one in the middle of it? And he said, there's no reason, it's genetics, because they've been mixed and blended and bred, you know, over centuries. You get these like little throwbacks where the DNA is just, you know, the genetics is just trying to come through. And he said that's often why you'll see, you know, like an odd, you know, colour just poking through. So it's very interesting. William, yeah. Did you learn about tulips and plants in school?
Not specifically about tulips.
But did you learn about, did they teach the children, because it's one of the main things that the Netherlands exports. Did you learn about, you know, the history of the tulips and so forth? And
yeah, about the flower auction.
Yeah, okay. He said they also learned about the flower auction, which is what a lot of the village that I live in, the wealth is built on that. Yeah, so that was interesting. So I was kind of right. I was right, my assumption. Anyway, so the kettle's boiled. I'm just going to have a sandwich. Will's awake, so I don't know what he's going to do. I'm going to have a chat with him, see what we fancy doing. As I said, the weather has just turned. It's not unpleasant. It's a little bit nippy, but it's only because we've had, you know, hot weather the last few days. But it's fine. It feels like spring. It just feels like April. So I'm not even, you know, I'm not upset about the rain. It's fine. The garden needs it. But I think in this afternoon, well, my plans have been scuppered, and it's totally fine as well. There's always tomorrow. I will see you in a while. Okay, change of plans. I'm here with William. He hasn't got any plans on today, and the weather's a bit iffy. So we're taking a drive to Hoofddorp after all, and he needs a couple of sports shirts, you know, for training in and stuff. So we're just taking a drive. The weather forecast has now changed. Instead of raining the whole afternoon, we're expecting 2 light showers, short showers. Go figure. We're going to be inside most of the time anyway, so that's what we're doing. And it's literally just gone 1 o'clock, so it's like an hour after I spoke to you, less than an hour after I last spoke to you. So yep, we'll have a little pootle around and see what's going on, and I'll either pop back on later or I'll come back for another chat tomorrow. Let's see. See you in a while. Okay, we're back. William's just getting his stuff. William scored all right. He ended up with two tops, 2 shorts and a new jacket. It's a very nice jacket. I bought a couple of things. Are you interested? I bought some pan scrubs. Actually, I saw this. We went into this store, the Zanos. That's where I got the pan scrubs from, just for a walk. And I've really got into the diamond painting at the moment. I'm finding it so, like, mindful. You know, can just sort of clear my mind. I'm finding it so relaxing. And I saw this one. It's the girl with the pearl earring diamond paint. I don't know what the quality's like, but I've got it. It's fine. And then I needed some new pegs. You're all riveted. And then William apparently likes Frutella, so I got him a packet of Frutella. Bought some juice. Actually, when we went in there to get a drink. And then I bought this. I thought it'd be really nice to try for the garden. It's one of those little incense cones. It's got a little pot with it. It says it's sandalwood. It smells lovely. I thought that'd be nice. And then I popped it into Susteren to get the licorice fudge for Lawrence. And then I got myself a notebook. I go through these. I like the lined ones when I'm knitting or crocheting. And then I popped it into Rituals super quick because I needed the soap refills. This is the one we use in the kitchen, the Precious Amber. So just pour it in, pour the whole bottle into the pump, and then top the rest of the bottle up with water. Give it a good shake because it's a concentrate. And then the downstairs toilet, that's got like a limited edition pump soap from Rituals, Alchemy. Sorry, the TV's on if you can hear it. And it's a really nice glass hand soap dispenser, but they've stopped making it because it was a limited edition. I'm not throwing it away, so I'm going to fill it with this other soap. It's called Smooth Violet. I've not had this scent before. Me and Will had a sniff and we both liked it. It's very flowery. It smells quite nice. So I'll go and top them up. And then, and then super quickly passed by a clothes shop. I don't remember which one it was now. Let me see. I don't know what the store was. Forgot the receipt still. Sorry, bear with me. I didn't get the bag from there either. No, that's from Williams Sport Stuff. Into Sport. Ah, MS Mode. Okay, MS Mode. Yeah, because the reason I'm confused is because I looked at a few shops. I wasn't shopping. It was just as we were strolling. And we did a loop. We parked up, we went in the direction of the sport shops and then walked all the way around back to the car. And I've been after a nice gilet, little waistcoat. And this is from MS Mode. I think it was €40. But I got a size large. I'm going to trace the pattern because I've got some beautiful, like, what's the thing denim called? I forget the name of it. Well, it's a cotton and it's all embroidered. So it's like a blue cotton and it's all embroidered, and I've been meaning to make myself one of these gilets for ages. So I'm looking at the pattern. It comes in 5 panels. So you've got this front panel, and then it's got a side panel, and then it's got the back, side and front. But I reckon I could just lie it flat. Just do it in half. Like so. And I could just do 3 panels, so 2 sides. And then I fold it out and do the back. I think that would be fine. Yeah, well, when I feel like it. Right, Jack's been put in the garden by William and now he's wagging his tail, wants to come in. Kettle's just boiled. It's 3:30. I am so tired. I've not been sleeping well. I'm trying not to moan. I'm making a conscious effort not to moan. But I'm struggling at the moment with my sleep. I'm exhausted. And I've started having to do day naps. Yesterday I slept twice. I'm falling asleep on the sofa when Lawrence goes and walks Jack. It's not like an hour, but I can't physically keep myself awake. So that's not a good sign. That's the cue to, that's why things like this are very important. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. The tripod is shrinking. I did look in a shop for a tripod and it was very good. It looked great quality, but it was €60. And I said, I'm not paying it. I need to find my new one. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling and I'll see you in a while. Good morning. I hope you can see me. I'm really struggling with actually my brain saying if it's dark or light in my craft room. It's very strange. Anyway, good morning. You would have seen it's Friday today. It's actually 10 o'clock. I've been up quite a while, as usual, and I decided to get showered. I've put makeup on. I think a little bit too much makeup on, but I found it really relaxing this morning. You know, I put a bit of foundation on. I just found the whole sort of process of, painting my face quite calming this morning, so that's what I did. Not that I'm going anywhere fancy at all. I've been editing a bit of the vlog. Well, quite a lot. I think I'm like 80% edited. Sorry, I'm finding all these little stones. They're everywhere from this diamond painting I've been doing. I'm going to give you a sneaky peek preview. I'll talk about this in a second. But are you ready? Whoop, whoop. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yes. So the vlog is very full, so I've decided to just, we'll just come to a closure here, but I'm doing a little outro before I do sign off. Today it's not a bank holiday here, even though it is a Good Friday. I'm going to pop out. If you made it this far, you'll know that yesterday William and I went shopping. And what I did want to do is buy a load of goodies. I'm making an Easter box for William, Joshua, and Joshua's girlfriend, who's coming Saturday to spend Easter with us. And I wasn't going to buy little bits and, goodies whilst he was with me. So I'm going out again. Been up very early, as I said, done my makeup, had a shower, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm going to do. But I also need to do the food shop because I didn't order it online. I was a bit late. And then because it was Easter, I didn't get a slot that worked for me. No problem. I can either go this afternoon if I'm feeling up to it, and then if not, I could go tomorrow morning. It's also okay. And I've decided I'm only going to shop for Easter, and then I'll do an online order for the regular groceries. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to Hoofddorp alone this morning. And yeah, maybe in next week's vlog or later today for me, I might show you, if and what I buy. I'm showing that sneaky peek thing. That's some diamond painting or diamond dotting that I've been doing. I've been struggling. I've really, really been wanting to film a podcast, and I wanted to film a podcast and get it uploaded before Easter. But I'm procrastinating. I've spoken that I'm really struggling with my crafts at the moment, and I've got a fair bit to show you, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling like my heart's not in it at the moment. So it's, I'm taking the pressure off myself. If I don't put a podcast out this month, it's totally fine, and if I do, hurrah, hurrah. So I know quite a few of you do watch the podcast over on the Woven Almanac channel, so it's just, I don't know, I'm surrounded by bits and bobs. I have been doing things, little things, more like mindful things. So but I've got a couple of things I need to finish. Like I've got a little bit of sewing to do. So I'm trying to motivate myself to just finish the little bitty things, and then I'll film a podcast. I will do it, but I don't know when. Plans for Easter. Well, I'll share with you anything we do. But in case I don't film it, well, I'll just share now. As I said, Joshua's girlfriend's coming Saturday to Monday. I've looked at the weather forecast. I think, fingers crossed, I think Lawrence and I can get a little sail tomorrow. I think the weather, it's the nicest day. I think we're expecting a high of 16, 17 degrees, and so far no rain. That will be very pleasant on the boat. So we might do a picnic, but again, I will film that. I love our first sail of the season. So if we sail out to our local lake, and it's all little islands, you can see how the islands have fared over winter, and sometimes you come across, fallen trees and, islands that you've sailed past for many, many years. They've been overgrown and somebody's took it over, and it's just nice seeing it all. So I will film that. Sunday, very quiet day. We're going to do a brunch. William told me yesterday he's working, which is a shame, but he's got to work. That's the shift he was given. So I'm looking out the window. There's a lovely tree in full blossom in front of me in the neighbour's garden. It's all pink. And then we're going to do, I'm not doing a roast or anything. We're going to do gourmet, which is basically, if you don't know, it's like an indoor barbecue. You have like all meats and vegetables and side dishes. You have a hot plate in the middle of the table, and you all cook your own bits and bobs. And it's very sociable. It's lovely. Claudia has never heard of it, never done it. So I said, well, that's what we're going to do. And then Monday, no plans. It is a bank holiday Monday. I don't know what we're going to do in the day, but Monday night, something exciting. Last year, I bought tickets for Lawrence and I to go to see a British comedian called John Bishop. He's come to Amsterdam. If you watched, was it earlier this year? No, last year we went to see Bill Bailey. It's in the same theatre. And Lawrence said, well, let's go for an early dinner. So I've booked a nice restaurant. I hope it's nice. It's got good reviews, close to the theatre. So, yeah, that's exciting on Monday night. And it'll just be nice to just go out and have a good laugh because I really like John Bishop. And then for the rest of the week, I don't know what we're doing. I'll be getting ready for Jeanette coming. We need to clean house, sort the guest room out, and so forth. So yeah, anyway, thanks again for tuning in. Hope you're all well. If you're watching this in real time, hope you've had a nice Easter, or you're having a nice Easter. Let me know what you did. Have a little chat in the description box, in the comments below. Sorry, not description box. And yep, all systems go next week. Getting ready for Jeanette coming. Can't wait. I'm so excited. I know Jeanette's been talking about it in her spring vlogs. She's sharing little bits and bobs of her preparation. So, and we've had a chat about, you know, the things we're going to do, which we'll share. We'll probably film a little bit together, I imagine. So, yeah, I think that's everything I've got to update you on. So, anyway, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week. Please have a nice week ahead. Take care. Thanks for tuning in again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.